I am Subramanya Sharma, a faculty from Regional Training Institute, Hyderabad. As part of these self-learning videos, today I am preparing this video on one of the features of Excel called table. Right? Let us see what are the advantages of using a table than using normal data whenever we are using the Excel. Right? So I will give you a small demonstration with sample data, and I will explain you what are all the features of a table so that you can easily understand. So I will show you the Excel sheet with sample data. So this is the Excel sheet, right? I have some sample data which is has two columns. One is level and another is basic. This is a sample from 7th CPC pay matrix. So here level and basic. For this example, I have taken these two columns. Right. I am now. This is in any Excel sheet. Generally, whenever we have a data, it looks like this. But now this data I'm converting into a table so that to understand the features of the table, right? So to convert this data into a table, what we have to do is it is very simple. From the insert menu, here in the menu there is called insert, the second one. There the third option is table, right? Click anywhere on this data and click this table. Then what happens? One pop-up window will appear. I think this pop-up window is not visible to you right now because there is a problem with the Microsoft Teams which I am using to record this video. Anyway, what I will do is just I will share the screen so that you will see the pop-up. Allow me 1 second so that I will share that so that you can see how it looks like. Right. So actually, I copied that image in a Word document so that it is visible. So once you click that insert a table, then this create table option will appear. There, what is saying, where is the data for your table? So it is asking for the range. So this all we know, A1 to B17. So this is the data where this is the range where our data is exist. The second option is my table has headers. So first these two columns are headings are there. One is level and another is basic. So it is automatically ticked. So we need not do anything. Just only thing is we have to click OK button. Right now I will come back to my Excel sheet. This is only issue. I think hereafter there won't be any problem. The rest will be visible to us, right? So this is our Excel sheet. I am saying just OK. Once I said OK, you see, observe what happened to our data. First of all, there color stripes were added for alternate rows, right? Some blue color was added. Why and how, that we'll see later. And above that, for labels, column headers, what happened? One filter button was added. Suppose if you click, automatically it is like a filter button. Normally what happens in normal data, whenever we want to apply filter, just you have to click on that and select the filter from home menu, right? But here once you convert the data, automatically for every column, right, filter button will be added. So that is the one additional feature when we convert the data into a table. The third one is, see, there is a additional menu was added. That's called design, right? This is not a regular menu option. If you can observe, suppose I am clicking here out of this table range. So once I click in a D, actually our table is only available in A and B. If I am clicking on D, you see the design menu will disappear. But if I click on the table, automatically design menu is appearing. That means this design menu is exclusive to a table, right? Now let us see what are the options available in table menu, right? So here the first one is table name. That means it is allowing us to give a name to the table. For example, suppose if we add a sheet, then automatically sheet 1 will appear. If we add one more sheet, sheet 2 will appear, right? But we can give by default sheet 1, sheet 2 will come automatically, but we can give a name to the sheet. Similarly, because we have created a table now, so we can give a table name. Suppose I have given the pay details. You can give any name, there is no problem, right? Pay details. But what I suggest you is whenever you create a table, better give a proper name. Why? Because whenever you are working with multiple tables, identifying a table is very, very easy. For that purpose only, we will give names, right? So I have given pay details as a name. Then what happens? Once you give a table name, right? Thereafter, the advantage is with a table is those table name or field name which you can use in any formula, in any Excel formula directly, right? I will give you an example. I will show you an example, right? Suppose I want to sum up this basic. Generally, what happens whenever we want to summarize a column, just we will click it here and go to auto sum, right? But here, instead of there, I am giving you here is equal to, I am saying sum brackets, and there here I can say pay details, right? Whenever I say pay details, automatically it will take there square bracket you have to use. You can refer the column name also. Here I am saying basic, okay, and I'm closing this square bracket and I'm normal bracket. So I have completed giving the formula. When I press enter, it computed the total basic. See, if it is not converted as a table, we have to give cell references. But what the advantage once we convert the data into a table is thereafter you can refer the table name and column names also in any formula directly. There is no need to give cell reference, right? Giving using table names or column names is very, very easy because we will know. Suppose there are 20 fields are there, right? Basic pay is maybe we have to, otherwise if name is not there, right, we have to search whether it is in B or C or D, something like. But here we can remember the names of the fields, we can easily refer, right? And we can generate that functions easily, right? Okay. Now I am removing this. So the advantage with the one of the greatest advantage with the tables is it will allow you to refer the table name or column name in any built-in functions of Excel as parameters, right? That is the advantage. Now, the next one is resize table. That means now actually we have selected one range and we have given declared it as a table and the data was converted as a table. Now if you want to expand, or suppose I want to add one more column. Now suppose I want to add a DA also, and then I want to compute the total pay. Then what happens? Generally what happens here, we will say DA, right? And I am pressing the tab key. See, once I press, I type DA and press the tab key, you see the format is also extended to the DA column, right? If I say total here, total, and I press tab, automatically, that means whenever you are adding columns, the table size is expanding automatically. So this is the advantage, right? Another advantage, what I'm saying is, suppose here I am applying one formula. So DA is a 20% of basic pay, right? How we will give a formula is equal to basic pay, right? But whenever I clicked on basic pay, you observe here, it is not giving the cell reference, it is referring the column heading that we have already discussed, right? Into, say, if it is a 20%, then our formula will be basic into 0.20, right? Okay. See here, whenever I given a formula and press enter, in normal data, generally what happens, the value will be computed only for that cell. If we want to extend that formula to all the rows, we have to use either we have to double click on the column or we have to drag, isn't it? But once we convert the data into a table, you need not do all those things. If you apply the formula in one cell and if the formula is correct, then automatically what happens? Excel will compute values for all rows instantly. Similarly, if I am computing the total is equal to, I can say basic, then plus DA, right? If I press enter, it will compute total for all rows. Suppose there are 10,000 rows, all 10,000 rows instantly it will calculate. We need not drag or we need not, put the cursor there and double click on that to expand the formula to all rows. So the advantage with the table is whenever generally, for any data, we will have multiple computed columns will be there. We need not work on, to drag and all. It will take care. Only thing is only in one cell, in the first cell, you have to give the formula correctly. Automatically, Excel will take care for the rest of the rows. Okay, so here now we saw that the size of the table is expanding whenever we are adding columns. Similarly, what happens if we expand the rows? Suppose I want to add some more rows, then what happens? We'll see. And one more thing is here, the cursor here. Suppose if I press a tab, it will go to that. This is a normal feature of Excel. But if I press here at D tab, then it is not going to E, but it is going to the next row. Right, that means the cursor position is fixed within the table. It won't go out of the table whenever you are using the tab key, right? Otherwise, generally what happens if you want to go to the next row, then physically you have to move the cursor there and you have to click on A3, right? Suppose if I tab and D3, if I press tab again, it will go automatically to A4, right? Similarly, if I kept my cursor here, D17, that is the last row and last column of the table. When I press a tab here, generally what happens now, whether it will go to E or how it behaves. Let us see. If I am pressing tab, see, it is happening. I mean, it went to A18, that is the next row, but that row, it added one more row, and that row also became part of the table. So that means whenever you add rows, those rows also will become part of the table. That means whenever you add a row or a column, right, your table will be expanded automatically. So that is the resizing, right? Part of resizing. Of course, we can shrink it also. How it works when we shrink the table range, that also we'll see. But here, first of all, I am adding one more this thing row here, say 87,000, right? So whenever I press 87,000, automatically all the formulas will be computed automatically. Just I'm pressing the tab, you see the DA and total were calculated automatically, right? Okay. Now, so far we have seen the table is expanding, but can we shrink it? Right? We can also shrink. For that, what we have to do is, I will do one thing. I will just zoom a bit. I think so that it will be very clear to see. See here in the last column, sorry, last cell, there is a small symbol is there. There you have to click and drag. Right? Suppose I dragged up to here, right? Then what happened? Your table is only up to a row 10, right? So here, if you see, the stripes are there only up to row 10, but stripes are not there from row 11 onwards. Why? Because we have shrinked the table, right? To confirm that, see, I said if it is a table, a design menu will automatically will be added. Suppose my cursor is there in the row 10 and design menu is appearing there. If I keep the cursor on 11, the design menu is disappeared. That means now from 11 to row 18, this is not part of our table, right? Only thing is what we did is we just dragged this symbol to a desired location. Suppose we want to add up to 11, then what you can do is just drag and keep the cursor up to here and drop it so that that 11 level 11 is also now become part of our table. But here you see why here once we resize it, why values gone here, right? From if you observe from that 14 onwards, the basic is there, but DA and total are not computed. Why? Because here, whenever we have given the formula, we observed that we are referring the column headings, right? In general, what happens in normal Excel data, we will use cell references. So cell reference, because we are not used the cell reference, that's why there it's showing some error, right? In table. So this indicates that the table will refer only column headings and not cell references. So that is the indication, right? Okay. So this is resizing of table. So you can expand or you can shrink, right? So another good feature is remove duplicates. Okay, this is not possible with your normal data. Identifying duplicates is very difficult. Suppose assume that if you have a huge data, in that if you want to apply duplicates, sorry, identify duplicates, it will be very difficult if it is not a table. In table, it is very easy. Let us see how it works, right? I am just adding few more rows, right? Say level 14, 87. Say I can say 90,000. It worked. But have you observed one more thing? You please observe here. Now, whenever I add rows, right, the column headings are visible always. This is not the case when we are working with the normal data. Hope we all know that whenever we add rows, automatically the column headings also will disappear from the screen. But because this is a table, what happens? Always the column headings will be appear on the top of the screen, so that it is easy for us to identify. Suppose you have 20 columns and say 20,000 rows, right? Suppose you are working with a 10,000th row. There, if the column headings are not there, sometimes because of multiple columns, so we'll get some confusion. Again, we have to go to the first row and we have to know what is what. Otherwise, we have to freeze the column headings, right? So all these things need not be done if we convert the data into a table, right? So once you convert the data is converted as a table, the column headings are freezed, right? They will be visible always on the screen. So that is another advantage. Now, purposefully, I'm adding some two duplicate rows so that let us see how the remove duplicate works, right? So I am here adding column level 9 and 54 700 because that is already there in row 6, right? The same thing I am adding. Now we know it is a duplicate record, and one more duplicate record I will add with the level 10 with 56,100 basic. Now I know that there are two duplicate records, but since we have added intentionally, we can identify. But if it is a normal data and the data size is huge, it is very difficult to identify the duplicate rows, right? So here this table will allow us to identify and remove it, right? So now I am using this option, remove duplicates, right? Once I selected that, what happened? A pop-up window appeared. Here it is allowing, showing the all columns available in the table. There are 4 columns are available: level, basic, DA, total, right? So we know duplicate means suppose it depends on the criteria, right? So here the criteria is level and basic. Suppose if I say level, then what happens? All out of 3, there are 2 becomes duplicate, right? But that is not our intention. So combination of level plus basic only, we can identify duplicate records in this data, right? So because DA and total are calculated fields, I have removed. Even if it are there, there is no issue. Anyway, those becomes a part of our duplicate identification process, right? So level and basic 2 fields I have selected and pressed OK. You see what happens? A pop-up in it is saying, I will zoom a bit so that we can read that. Oh, sorry, it is not allowing me to zoom because I have to click OK here. It is saying 2 duplicate values found and removed. 18 unique values remain. So this is the message it is saying, and it say OK. Now you see 9 and 10, those 2 rows which we have added were removed from the table. So removing duplicate records is very easy and convenient in with the tables, right? So this is one of the features of a table. The next one is convert to range. The convert to range is reversing this process. That means so far we have converted normal data into a table. If you use the convert to range, this becomes a normal data. That means it will remove the all filters and all, and design menu and all, right? That becomes your normal data. So there is nothing to demonstrate. So and another option available in the design menu is summarize with pivot tables. This is also whenever we are using the pivot tables, then we from this table we can create pivot tables. So for that purpose, we have to select this. Now pivot table is not part of this video. That will be explained in another video. The other option is available with is a slicer, right? So when I say insert slicer, what is slicer means? Slicer is an additional filter, right? Which we can use to easily and conveniently. I will create one slicer so that you will understand the concept of the slicer. So whenever I click this button, insert slicer, right? It will show you the column names available in the table, right? There are, we know there are 4 columns and 4 columns are appearing here, right? Suppose I want to create a slicer on level, right? I have to say okay, check that level and say okay. Then what happens? It will generate the unique values of level in a box, right? So these are the unique values. These are also same once you click this filter. So here also in filter also we'll see all the unique values. The same this box was appearing here. What is the advantage is here is suppose if I click I want to filter the data with only one value. If I clicked on 8 automatically the data was filtered, right? If I click on 9 like that. Suppose I want to see the level 14 records, then if I click on 14, those will appear. Okay. If you want to select all, there is a multiple select option is there, right? If you click on that, then you can select all the or multiple rows, right? Okay. Like so, this is now if not if you click this again, it will allow you only one single data, right? It is not multiple values. So if you want to select multiple, then you have to click this button. Then you can select multiple values like this. Okay. So this is a slicer. This is available only for table data. It is not available for our regular normal data, right? So what is the biggest advantage with this slicer? You may ask, because it is already filter is there that you can apply filter also. But here what you can do is you can add multiple slicers. That is the advantage. Suppose I clicked here and from the design I clicked one more slicer and I selected the basic pay, right? Okay, so now all the unique basic values are appearing here. And if I click on basic pay, right? Now you see I clicked on basic pay, right? Then automatically what happened? It filtered the other slicer also, right? Only 8 is coming. That means 47,600 basic is available only in level 8. So it won't allow you to select the other levels, right? That means all the three, the data and the two slicer are internally synced, right? And it will filter the data based on multiple filters which we are applying here, right? Okay, because I have selected 56,100, it is part of level 10. That's why it is allowing me to select level 10 also. Now I can filter this here so that only it was deselected here, right? So we can select multiple slicers or we can insert multiple slicers and all the slicers will be interconnected, and based on that selection, based on your selection, the data will be filtered accordingly, right? Generally what happens here you may not have much advantage with this, but these filters, these slicers are very useful when you are working with the pivot. Why I'm saying that? In pivot, if you know the pivot tables, there all that fields may not be part of our pivot, but by using these slicers, though suppose this in pivot you have only level is there, right? Basic is not there in the pivot, right? There you can create the slicer and you can apply the filter. Maybe that will clearly explain. I will clearly explain in the pivot table video, right? But understand that slicer is a filter, right, which will allow you to select a field, and once the field is selected, all the unique values of that field will be displayed in the slicer, and you can, based on your selection of the values in the slicer, the data will be filtered. Okay, I'm removing these slicers, right? Okay. Oh, I'm selecting all the values. right? So this is our normal data. Fine. Okay, so slicer is unique to the tables, right? It won't it is not available for our normal data, and using slicers, you can apply filters, multiple filters to the data, right? Next, export and refresh. These are two normal features of any data. If you want to export this data, you can use the export, or if you want to refresh the data, just you can refresh this thing, right? So there is nothing special about these two options. Another option I want to discuss is the table style options, right? Here banded rows are there. These only visualization feature, right? If you don't want banded rows, see that alternate rows were banded earlier. Now when I unchecked, then it was disappeared. If I want, I can apply banded rows to the columns. That bands to the columns, right? So nothing else. This is this thing. But one advantage with this is a total row, right? So total row is what it will do is it will add a row at the end of the table, right? And it will compute the totals. It is like auto sum, right? Okay, but remember that once this total row will always be the last row of the table. So just I'm checking this checkbox. Let us see what happens, right? So when I click the checkbox, at the end it went to the last row and added one total row column. So what are the just maybe you can ask this can be achieved through some it is not there are so many additional advantages with this total row. Let us see what. See, once you click on this total row, or in this cell, right? You see one button is appearing here. If you click this, it is giving me so many built-in functions, right? These are all built-in functions of Excel, which are frequently used on any number field, right? Or any field rather. So suppose I want to know the average basic pay. Just if I click on this average, it will work out the average, right? Suppose if I want to know all, suppose average, min, max, sum, count and all, then what I have to do is for each cell, I have to use the formula. But what here in the table, because these are all frequently used functions. So what they did is whenever you select, convert this data into a table, all these features were added in a list box where you can select, right? I want to know, suppose if I want to know how many records are there, right? There are total 18 records. So why this is, suppose you when you are working with a huge data set, right? Then these are very handy and convenient. Just with click of a button, you can know what is max value, what is the min value, something like, right? Is it available only for one column? No. So this total row is this same functionality is applied to each and every column. So that is the advantage. Suppose here we are working with a voucher data which has some say 10 lakh vouchers are there, right? And we want to ensure what is the minimum month or what is the maximum month. Suppose if it is a minimum month, if it is April 2018 and maximum month is March 2019, then at least we can assume that yes, this pertains to either 2 months data or at least or 1 year data, right? Like that. So you can see, suppose I can say here count, right? And I can say max function I can use like that. So it all depends. It is a flexible feature. Whatever option you want, you can use. Not only these the listed, actually more functions is also there. Once it is there, these are all our regular insert function where you can use or you can pick any built-in function which is available with the Excel, and that can be used here, right? So once you use that function, automatically that value will be computed instantly, right? So this is the total row, right? One more advantage here is, suppose I said the total row is the last row of the table. Now suppose let us see what happens when I shrink this table to up to level 11, right? Now I am shrinking this table and I am keeping, you see. So when I shrinked my table, the total row was inserted at 14 because up to 13 only is my table is there. So and the totals were calculated up to that. That means I said total row is the last row of a table, right? Now if you expand up to column 12, you see right? So totals were recomputed for your table, like that. So if you are working with the voucher data, again as an example, if you want to know the totals for each treasury, maybe you can shrink your table to a particular treasury up to that, or particular month, whatever it may be. So these totals these functions will be reapplied and recalculated, and values will be displayed there, right? So working with the huge data, whenever you are working with the huge data, this total row will be very handy, right? Okay, so this is total row. So this, I think we have saw almost all the features of design menu, and the last one is style is there, table style. Okay, only thing is it changes colors. Whatever the color scheme you have selected here, that color scheme will be applied, nothing else. And one more advantage I want to explain to you is if we insert a chart, right? Suppose I want to insert a chart based on this data, right? So I have selected from the insert menu charts, and these are the recommended charts. I have selected one chart. Okay, then the chart was drawn automatically by our Excel, right? The advantage is, suppose I have selected, I filtered this data to 8 and 9, and if I say OK, the chart is also filtered for level 8 and 9. That means your chart, this chart will dynamically adjust based on the data available in the table. So that is the biggest advantage, right? Suppose whatever it may be, I say if 8 to 9, 10, 11, I have selected 4 levels, right? Then your chart was readjusted for 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So now I'm selecting all the values here, and from 8 to level, sorry, 8 to 14 came, right? Now what I'm trying to do is I will add one more level, so that let us see how it works, right? So whenever I added, a blank row was inserted and the table row was moved down, right? I'm saying level 15, I say 1 lakh, right? The value was computed, and see level 15 was added in the graph also. So this is the additional advantage with the tables, right? Okay, so tables are very useful and handy, right? I will recap the functions or the features of table once again before concluding this video, right? So once we convert the data, it will apply some color code, right? And that is one, and it also add filter buttons to each and every column, and one design menu will be added automatically. So these are three instant additional additions will be there once you convert the data into a table, right? So in that it will allow you to give a table name, and once you give a table name, that table name can be used. Of course, if you have not given, table 1 will be there, and table 1 can be used in the in any function also. So the table name and column names can be used in any function. So that is the additional advantage with the tables. And the resize table, automatically whenever you add columns or whenever you add rows, the table will be expanded automatically. Similarly, if you want to shrink, it is possible to shrink the table, right? One of the biggest advantages with the tables is it will remove duplicates. Is a good feature with the tables. It will once you select the data and give the criteria, remove duplicates will be identified and it will be removed instantly. And slicer is also one of the features exclusively available with tables, right? So slicer is an additional filter, and you can add multiple slicers also. All the slicers will be synced with the data of a table, right? Then the other one is total row. Total row is whenever you check the total row, it will add one row at the end of the table data, and it will compute any function for any column. So you can apply multiple functions to multiple columns. That is the advantage with the table row. Similarly, whenever you are drawing a chart, automatically the chart will be adjusted based on the data. Whenever you add, chart will be adjusted. Similarly, whenever you shrink, then unload. It's something like dashboard. Suppose whenever you are using a graph in a dashboard, you need not copy the graph always redrawn graph on the dashboard. Once you change the data, automatically the graph on the dashboard will be dynamically changed, right? So that is the advantage with the table data, right? So these are the features of table. Hope you enjoyed this video. Try to use the table whenever you are working with the data. Instead of working without a table format, try to convert the data into a table and use that so that you will have much more control on your data, right? Thank you so much.